Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is the day that the Lord has made. We choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Father, thank you so much for your goodness, your grace, your mercy, your love, your favor. You are so good at being God. And even though we're good at being human, your mercy endures forever. Thank you so much for life, health, and strength, food, clothing, and shelter, God. Thank you for just this day that we have seen today. We've never seen it before. Forgive us for any sin or iniquity, any shortcoming, any mismanagement, any procrastination, God, any way we could have offended a brother or a sister. Just ask that you forgive us today, cleanse us, mature us, perfect us, Lord, in your word. And we will be careful to glorify you, Father. I'm asking a special blessing that you will bless our special guests tonight. Bless their finances, their faith, their focus, their family, God, in the name of Jesus. Bless their music ministry, God. I just pray that you will bless them and continue to platform them to fame your name. We'll be careful to praise you and to glorify you. Bless all of our listeners, both near and far, this broadcast now and later. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Everybody, happy Monday evening. This is the broadcast that we're going live from on YouTube through let me get the word right. StreamYard. I have so many platforms that we have, but thank God for StreamYard. Big shout out to StreamYard, YouTube, all the social media outlets. Psalms Group Studios presents Monday Night Music. And I'm so thrilled. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to dive into tonight's special guest. She is an independent artist. Her bio is actually ridiculous. We're going to tap into her bio tonight as we read through it, and also as we not only do as we read through it, but as we engage in her guest tonight, which happens to be her husband. And so I'm really excited about the music ministry and the depth, the sound, the anointing, and the image of Miss Erica Johnson. Erica, what's going on, sis?
Hey,
Good to see you tonight. Thank you so much for your time being here tonight, sis. I know you and your husband, you guys got a family, man. Y'all got life. And it's springtime now, I think, right? In Michigan, right about now. So I really appreciate you guys carving out the time. Your husband, this man sitting next to you, I'm going to give you the chance to kind of tell us a little bit more, but just based upon just music ministry and just in general, I've known him for some time now. I want to give a big shout out and want to give God glory for your husband, my brother from another mother, brother Emanuel Johnson, her husband. Everybody, what's up, E?
Bless you, man.
Bless you, man. Y'all, why y'all smiling? Y'all look like y'all just in love or something. Is this true?
Hey, man, let's just say God is good. God is good.
Yes, sir. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tonight we're here, you guys, to highlight the ministry and the music of Erica Johnson. Erica's been singing for some time now. And I remember, so I saw Erica at a wedding a few weeks ago, and I reminded Erica, I was like, girl, aren't you Erica? And so it was funny because I remembered one of her first few projects. She came out and there was a few songs on there, and we're going to dive into some of that tonight. But I remembered her sound then. I remembered how authentic it was. You could tell that she was musically inclined. The girl's voice is amazing. Her sound is very unique. And I'm sure Emanuel could talk a little bit more about that. I'm sure Erica could shed more light on that. But while we're here tonight, before we get into this, I want everybody to share this video on all your social media outlets. Tonight, we're talking to an independent artist who knows what it's like to put money behind this, to put time behind this. And it's not backed up by per se one of the mainstream record labels, but her and her husband have come together to do this. So again, Erica, thank you for your time tonight, and Emanuel, thank you for your time tonight, guys.
Absolutely.
thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. All right, so let's kind of do a split transition. It's kind of like a movie. You know how they talk about the end first and then they go back to the beginning a little bit. All right, you guys have been married now for some time. Tell us a little bit about how long you've been married and how did you guys even meet?
We've been married. It'll be 5 years in July.
Wow.
So 4.5 years. And how do we meet? We met through mutual friends, music friends. So we officially met Emanuel actually played for me years before we like um
Nice.
met officially.
Okay.
So like I met him like because I had to whisper my song to him
Right.
because he played for me at a church. And
Wow.
that was like, well, it was quite some time ago.
Gotcha.
And so yeah, that's how we initially met.
Wow.
Like, well, it was quite some time ago. And
That's awesome. So, Emmanuel, what was one of the first things that caught your attention to your wife? Was it one of those moments? Was it love at first sight? Or was it you grew to know her and then you loved her, you pursued her? Or did she do it like the new school way? Did she propose to you?
Oh, heavens no, heavens no. No, no, we don't do that. We don't do that over here in
Oh, okay. Y'all don't do that in the Johnson's house. Y'all don't do that.
No, sir. No, actually, man. Yeah, as she aforementioned that we met through mutual musical friends. We were both a part of a music aggregation.
Nice.
A mutual friend of ours, Reggie Williams, and he was preparing for a worship concert, and a bunch of people coming together from different ministries to do one big huge worship concert. And so I was the MD musician, and Erica was one of the singers, and so I would see her at rehearsals, but she caught my attention initially. Obviously, I was attracted to her. Very beautiful, as you all can see.
Yes,
Very
sir.
beautiful. And, and really when she opened her mouth to sing, it was just like, man, like the heavens opened up, man. Just
Wow.
the anointing, the Spirit of God, really rests, in her, her singing, man, and her ministry.
Awesome.
And so that was attractive to me. And, also, as we mentioned even before we went live, she was a mystery. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So
Yeah.
she, it was attractive because I had to figure out who she was, what she was about. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so, as I mentioned before, as men, we enjoy that chase. We enjoy that mystic about women. To
Right.
want to crack that open, like
Like the code.
about,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Right.
so that was the beginning, man. That was the beginning. That musical connection, and then that mysteriousness, about her that made me want to get to know her.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing, man. That is
Yeah.
amazing. So what's crazy is both of you are musically inclined. We're just dealing with the now, and then we're gonna go back a little bit. Is it hard being married, y'all, to somebody who has the same passion about the same thing? Is it easier? What does that look like to you all in your marriage? Everybody's different. Some pastors say, I don't want to marry somebody in ministry. I want to marry somebody who's just, they kind of cool, calm, and collective. An engineer don't want to marry another engineer. They're gonna compete. But what is it like in the Johnson's family? Is it easier together? Is it a little bit more than you thought it would be? What does that look like for you guys, or how is it processed with how you guys do things?
I'll start off. I'll just say I think that it's helped. I think it's been good, the fact that we're both in music, because we both understand one another, and we both understand, so we can kind of give each other that space to work when it's time to work or be creative or get out ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
Like for example, because our studio's in home, it's in our basement. Sometimes he's working on mixing a project, and that entails a lot of
Yeah.
hearing the same thing over and over and over again, and and it's really loud. And so if
That's
I
real.
wasn't in music and I didn't understand what he was trying to accomplish, it would be difficult, I think, but because I understand what he's trying to accomplish, and I'm behind him 100%, and I want him to get out what it is, he needs to get out. I have, thankfully, God's gifted me with the grace to,
Sure.
to deal with that. But if I didn't know anything about it, if I didn't do any engineering myself and I didn't understand why am I hearing the same thing over and over again all night long,
yeah,
I might not have the grace to handle that. So
that's
just
real.
as one example, you know. So
Wow,
yeah.
that's so true. That is so true. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that, Emmanuel?
Well, it definitely has its pros and cons, but mostly pros. But
Sure.
you know, it's just a blessing to be able to partner, you know, with my wife, and something that we're both so passionate about, and we both get it. We both understand, you know, all the ins and outs of music, and you know the technicalities of it, and it's always fun and interesting to be able to discuss or dissect, you know, a song or a mix, or you know,
Right.
just all the intricacies of music. So, and it's, you know, it's just always a blessing to be able to have someone that I can call to instantly, you know, demo some vocals for me. You know what I
That's
mean?
true
Or, you
too.
know,
Hey,
yeah, you know, or run an idea through, you know, what you think about this, man? What you think about this groove? What you think about this song?
Yeah.
What you think about these lyrics? What do you think about this melody? You know what I mean?
We
So,
do it all the time.
yeah.
Like
wow.
all the time.
Yeah.
I'll hear a song and be like, hey, did you hear this song? Or like, hey, what do you think about this? And it's not just like surface. It's like, you know, what you think about this mix though? Or like, you hear that bass is real loud, or like, you know, like it's cool to be able to relate, you know, on a deeper level with music. And it's not just shallow, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's safe to say both of you write, both of you engineer, both of you produce, both of you arrange, both of you sing, both of you play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Yes, sir.
that is so lovely, man. So that's amazing. In most cases, I get it. You know, that could be a complication,
Yeah.
because you're two different individuals. But in this situation, you both are married. You both are one, still considered one, and that is a blessing. That is a blessing. What's cool is it
Absolutely.
seems like you guys have it to where you both respect each other's individualities in music, but you know you're a team. You know your team.
Absolutely.
Sometimes the enemy, man, can fight that element right there and
Right.
cause division. And I commend you guys. I celebrate y'all. And my prayer is that the Lord will continue to just allow your ministry of marriage, man, to supersede anything else, man. So I'm proud of both of y'all. Proud of both of you. Erica, narrowing down our conversation, your newest single, which is coming out really soon. I'm very excited to know that your current single is called More Love. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Yeah, so More Love is out now. It was released in October of last year.
Awesome.
It was inspired really by the uh how can I put it? Just like the vendetta against Black men in our country,
Right.
just feeling that frustration. I know a lot of times as songwriters, our songs can be inspired by frustration, and this kind of was. And I didn't know what else to do besides just get it out, and I got it out through my writing and through writing a song about it. And so that's kind of what inspired it. And my hope is just that it reaches the world, because the world does need more love, you know.
Mhm.
And the verses were inspired by a lot of the politics and stuff that has
Yep.
been going on over the past few years, and just feeling like, you know, not, I mean, we know we're not hopeless because we have God,
Right.
but like, but
Absolutely.
it's real because like sometimes you do feel hopeless because it's like, when is things gonna change? Like, when are things gonna change?
Yeah.
Like at this point, you just like, you know. So so yeah, it's I won't belabor it, but
It's okay. Oh, it's
that's kind
good.
of how it's inspired.
Cool. All right. Well, at this time, I'm going to ask everybody to sit back, relax, and let's enjoy now this fine tune called More Love by Erica. Stay tuned, you guys, as we come back.
Turn on the news the other day. Some stuff happened, I'm afraid to say. Can't believe the world today. How can this be? Land of the free, home of the free. It's hard to tell real from the fake when some folks lie with a straight face. How can we tell right from the wrong way? When will we finally see change? Everybody all over the world, everything only boy and girl. We all need love. Giving you, yes, we do. We all need love. Yeah. Let's stop hurting. Let's start helping. Let's stop killing. Let's start healing. We need love. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody, hey, be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Stand up.
Yeah. Wow, amazing work. Amazing work. I would say encore. I would say encore, but you know, we got more of the show coming up, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Man, Erica, awesome, awesome work. Awesome pen, awesome music. Tell us a little bit about, and big shout out to G Woo Music. But tell us a little bit about you know, the production, um, you know, some of the shout out of the background singers, the band. Sounds like live drums, but you guys can tell us a little bit more. Tell us about the production end of this song, and then we'll get more into the heart of the song.
Well, Erica brought me this song idea, which is very strange because she's never written a song like this before.
Wow.
That was so intentionally soulful and like
Yeah.
just gut wrenching, you know. And so when she brought it to me, it was like, huh? You know, and I was like,
yeah.
what is this? I think I literally asked you, like, what is this? Like, where you going with this?
Got sick. He was like,
Because you know, her music is usually, major chords, pretty,
Got you.
things
Yep.
like that, still groovy, but more
Yep.
pretty and pretty,
Right.
And so when she brought me this gritty,
Yeah.
grooving minor song, I was like, you sure?
Wow.
And so, but she was like, yeah, she's like, so, I'm feeling this type of, vibe or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I took the song and, for me as a producer, it was like Quincy Jones meets Prince.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So that was kind of my mind frame, that's what I was kind of envisioning with the production of the song, and so along with myself, my brother Eric Gatson played the drums, phenomenal drummer,
Wow.
one of my best friends, been knowing that brother for many years, and he's traveled around the world playing for so many people, so many major artists and things of that nature, and so I really appreciate him, being on this song with me, and then my guy Rashawn from New York, he's actually from New York, and he happened to be in town one weekend, and he hit me up, and I hadn't seen that brother in probably about probably 12 to 15 years, and he just happened to be in town on tour, and he hit me up, and he's like, you got some work, you want to do something? I was like, sure, and we were working on the album then, and he laced a few tracks for me. So shout out to Rashawn Northerton from New York, and my brother James Bell. So I'm sure you know James Bell, a local guitar hero here from Detroit. He laced the guitar for us, and it all came together, man. And I'm telling you, man, those guys, they killed it, man. They killed it. They killed it. So, like I said, it was like, I really wanted to the listener to experience that old school funk, like Ohio players funk, and so that was my mind frame, and then she got some of her friends who all sang on the background.
So yeah, Ryan Bowie, tenor.
Okay.
Yep, Billy Mason Smith, my sister friend, and my sister friend Erin Hardy Smith, some dear friends, and myself. I knew I needed some more voices to pull off what I was hearing. I was like, okay, I can't just do this by myself.
And you're right, and so that's even the story behind that. That was this first time that you ever used more vocals, outside vocals, than your own vocals. Yeah, so this was the first.
Yeah.
Wow. So all the other songs, even the songs that I heard in your earlier productions, Erica, was all your backgrounds and your leads, right?
Yeah, all me.
Man, so you stretched yourself writing this, and you stretched yourself actually co-producing it, and it's safe to say that you produced Erica and your husband co-produced with you, right? You guys produced together.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
y'all, what? Give each other a high five for me right now. Just give each other. Just go ahead. Just slap. Yeah, thank y'all. Thank for all the husbands and wives out there. This time, do it again. Just one more. Just one more, man. Thank you. Thank you. Man, I mean, that's so beautiful. And so, Erica, what was it like when you walked out of the studio booth? Like, you know, Emanuel's sitting in the engineer seat. You just finished your last lead vocal. You feel like the song is where you want it. How did you feel after that session was over when you finally finished this particular song?
Just happy.
Yeah,
Like,
I got you.
I mean, it was a masterpiece. Like
Yeah,
it came together, and so it's always an amazing feeling when your idea is actually fleshed out. You know, it's one thing to have it in your head, but it's another thing to like actually have it just done. Everything that you wanted to express
right.
is just actually out,
Got you.
and
Right.
it's an amazing feeling. Yeah.
That's awesome. Real quick, for all musicians, for all producers, for all singers out there, between both of you, if you want, I don't know if you want to tag team this one, if Emmanuel, if you want to take this one, Erica, if you want to shed some light on it, but can you guys give us some secrets or some tips or some tools? How did you produce this song? What was your format? Was it you needed the loops first, you need the drums, then you need the bass, you need keys, you know, then singers come in. Did you first sit down together? Like, what was the process like? Give us some tips and tools on what you did, because this song was incredible. Kanita, shout out to Kanita Benson out there who was chiming in on you guys, said the song is incredible. So, and I agree. I totally agreed. Kanita is in the Philadelphia area and Delaware area. So awesome. Big shout out to you, Kanita. She's got great music as well. That's another artist we got to have on here. So, so, but man, the process of how y'all recorded this song, give us some tips and tools. Because Emanuel, you've been doing this for some time. Erica, you've been doing this. Erica, people don't know Erica's an engineer, so she can hear stuff and she know what she wants. Like, what was this process like, y'all? I'm really anxious to hear that.
Good.
Okay. So, so for this particular song, I had an idea in my head for what I kept hearing.
Okay.
And so so basically it started with lyrics and a melody.
Okay.
So the lyrics and the melody I kept hearing. So I had I think I had a verse and a chorus.
Okay.
So we started with that. I presented it to Emanuel.
Right.
He started laying some keys.
Okay.
So we started with that. He laid some keys to kind of flesh out the idea.
Yeah.
And then once we had a basic idea of how we wanted it, I think we kind of did a dummy session, sort of.
Yeah.
And so that way I could get the lyrics and like get everything, you know, kind of get the song structure out. I think we kind of worked the song structure. Right. And then once we had song structure down, is that when we started bringing instrumentation in?
Yeah. So I basically, I think I laid all the keys first.
Okay.
The gist of the keys, and then I think we did drums. We laid drums second, and then like I said, randomly, my bass guy came in town, and
nice.
You know, I put him on that, and he took it to he really took it to the next level.
I heard a couple of those runs. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So he really set it off, man. And so it was easy to build around that. You know, although like I said, the structure of the song was there, but you know, when him releasing the bass the way he did, you know, it was everything else just kind of fell together. Then we put James Bell on guitar. He laced it, and then you know, we laced it with some more BGVs, background vocals.
So after we had music pretty much done, then our additional background vocals came in so that they could kind of feel where the song had built up to that point, so that they could express, you know, that you know, that feel. Yeah. Okay. So that helped to have that. So then we brought the additional background vocals in and laid that. And then after everything was recorded, then we went in with the mixing, right?
Wow.
And had everything mixed. So then
something interesting on that song. So we actually did some background, some ad lib tracks. So like that, like what's going on, you know, like kind of talking in the background, because we really want that vibe, that feel, you know what I mean? And so that was a first for us as well. And so that was fun to do as well.
It was so much fun. So basically we had about maybe 5 or 6 tracks. And like, you know, one track was just all claps. One track was us, you know, just kind of making noise, like, hey, you know, just kind of hype noise. Another track was, you know, talking, you know, saying some things you might hear if you listen to the song again. You hear my good friend saying, "From the White House to your house."
You need to stand up.
Wow.
You know,
like that.
Yeah, so, just venting frustrations, you know.
Add flavor to that. And so, and then as far as like where we recorded, because I know a lot of times when you're recording and you're an indie artist, you know, you run into like, okay, am I going to go to the studio and book time at the studio? Am I going to do anything at home? So like we kind of did both. So we did certain things we recorded at an actual studio outside of our house. And then we recorded some stuff in our home. So we kind of did both. So, you know, it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish and what sound you need. We had live drums, and our home studio wasn't really set up for live drums at the time. So we booked the session to do the live drums, you know, in another studio. So it's a process, you know, but yeah, it came together.
It came together.
So that makes sense that the umbrella is called EricaJMusic, and you two coming together is Double E Productions.
Double E. Yes,
Double E Productions. Obviously, Erica and Emanuel, who's a team already. This is amazing, and the song again is called "More Love." Tell us, guys, what platforms the song is on. We want all of our listeners to go and buy the song tonight. Listen, if you're watching, they're getting ready to give you the information. Erica, if you could give us your Cash App. Also, I want to take the time right now, you guys, in the middle of this this broadcast, to give you an opportunity to sow. Erica we're going to dive into her bio in just a second here. We're going to kind of go back a little bit, but I want to give Erica the opportunity to face the camera. Give us your Cash App, Erica, and then also tell us what platforms your music is on.
Okay, thank you so much. My Cash App is EricaJMusic. EricaJMusic is my Cash App, and you can find More Love on all streaming platforms. So you can go to Spotify, you can go to Amazon Music, Apple Music. It's on all streaming platforms. It's on YouTube. And then if you want to go to, if you're familiar with Bandcamp, my website is Music by Erica Johnson. So musicbyericajohnson.com. That's my website. And I have a link to my Bandcamp right now. So you can, you'll see a few other songs that I have up. But More Love, you can find it there as well.
Yes.
So yeah. And my social media is EricaJMusic. So if you just can't remember anything else, if you remember EricaJMusic on Instagram, you can just click my link in bio and it'll take you, you know.
Wow. Awesome. Man, again, you guys, Apple Music, Spotify, Rhapsody, I'm sure YouTube, all of those outlets, just go in and type in, say it again, Erica.
Erica Johnson. My name, Erica Johnson, and then the song is More Love.
More Love. Guys, go out there. Yes. Go out there and get it right now. I'm employing everybody to go out and purchase it. And then also she shared her Cash App again, which is $EricaJMusic. I am encouraging everybody to go out there and support this woman of God, support her music. Her husband is sitting with her tonight, who they co-produce music together. If you're just watching, we are sending you greetings from Detroit, Michigan, man, this corner of the world. We're here live tonight. We're featuring the indie artist Erica Johnson tonight. Her music is out. It's called More Love. It's the current single. Now, moving right along, Erica, I'm excited because on Memorial Day, you're releasing Just Want the Music. Tell us about that a little bit. And then we're going to get further. We're going to go a little further tonight into more of your releases.
Okay, yes. So that's the new single that's coming out. And that song is just about kind of the music industry. So the music industry can be a lot sometimes. And
Talk to us,
sometimes,
girl. Talk to us.
you just don't want to deal with the fluff. You don't want to deal with all of the things. You just want the simplicity of the music.
Wow. Wow.
And so that's kind of what the song is about. And I think, if you're an artist of any kind in the music industry, you probably can relate at some point. You just, all the extra stuff, just sometimes you just,
That's
it
good.
can be a lot.
Can we get back to the music?
Like,
Yeah.
Just get back
just
creating the music.
Wow.
music.
Forming the music.
That's the part I
Thank
want.
you.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't want all the other stuff, really. I really don't. I just want the music part.
What,
And,
let's talk
and
about
you have the exclusive because we haven't even released that information yet. But so this is exclusive information.
Yeah, it is.
got you. Right. And the views and the opinions are those of Double E Productions, y'all. And we don't own no rights to that. All right. Just so y'all know. All right, just so y'all know. What are some of the things, real quick, Erica and Emanuel? What are some of the things that we are seeing in music? This is a different generation, you guys. 20 years from now, there was some stuff. It's like when you saw it then, it was kind of like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna see that again. And now it's 2021, and there's some stuff I wouldn't imagine. Tell us a little bit of some of the things you guys are seeing when it relates to the music industry, so to speak, that we're talking about here tonight.
Yeah. Me. It's so many things. But I guess I can say from my personal experience, sometimes when you deal with working with industry people who claim to know things and claim to be, what do I want to say? I mean, sometimes you deal with people who promise you things,
right?
And they don't come through. Especially with regards to your music career. You look, towards other people to help you because they say they can do certain things for you. You come across that a lot in this industry, whether it's a manager, whether it's a music platform that's promising to do XYZ for your music. And broken promises is a big thing. And so that's one thing that we deal with a lot in the music industry is broken promises, and dealing with that, within yourself as an artist, and still pushing forward and still making your art and still putting your music out, despite that part of the industry.
And I think on the flip side, I think that the key word that we really need to navigate is responsibility, musical responsibility, especially if you've been blessed with a platform. All the greats, back in the day, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, they spoke to the times of things that were going on. What I mean? They were responsible with their platforms. They made music with a purpose. You know what I mean? And so, and we don't have a lot of that, right? Now these days, unfortunately, it's actually pretty sad. What the industry really promotes now, and so we've taken our personal stances, not personal desires, is to be responsible musicians and responsible artists and release music with a responsibility, with a message, with conviction, that speaks to the times that we're living, what I mean? And I think that's important as artists and musicians and songwriters and producers.
Wow, this is good. So More Love is the current single. On Memorial Day, we're going to be releasing Just Want the Music. Guys, same platforms, same medium of exchange. Go out there and get Just Want the Music. That's coming up the end of next month. Now, at the end of summer, tell us, what should we expect after that, Erica?
The full project. The full album. Coming out.
Finally.
End of summer.
Tell tell us a
Yes.
little bit about the project. I mean, right now I know maybe it's a little early for all of the rest of us, but kind of give us a sneak preview of what should we expect, the sound, as far as the project, the direction you're going in. So obviously, just want the music and more love will be on the record. But tell us a little bit about just the direction that this new record is going in. I'm really excited to see this.
Yeah. So it's a soul album.
Okay.
Soul, inspirational soul is kind of what I call it.
Okay.
So the flavors that you find there's some soul, there's some pop, there's some like kind of country-ish vibes,
Wow.
there's some Latin vibes.
Okay.
So it's kind of
R&B.
R&B vibes,
Yeah. Yeah.
all the kind of music that I love.
Right. Right.
And so, and the message is always just to inspire you to do things. So whether that's to inspire you to love, to inspire you to seek direction in your life, inspire
Yeah.
you to know that you're not alone, and that in life, and you're not alone on your journey. So yeah, that's
It's good.
yeah, pretty much it.
Got you. Now you both co-produced the entire record, correct? Safe to say?
Yes.
Yeah, the entire record except for one song,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
which
One song, it's called Under the Sun,
Okay.
and I wrote it and everything, but the producer for that song is
And I'm
JBL.
sorry.
Gabriel Carter. Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Got you. I'm sorry. I kind of put you on the spot tonight, so forgive me.
No, that's okay.
Forgive me. But I think you guys, your sound is great. Your direction is awesome. And on top of that, you're indie artists. So you get to control your music. And I love that. I love the fact that you own your music, you perform your music, you minister your music. And just like Emanuel said, you have the responsibility of your music. And man, with we got about 15 minutes left, you guys. So I'm excited. I'm going to also give chance for people if they have questions, comments, concerns as they're chiming in. We're going to give them a chance to do that. But again, if you're just watching, we are here live tonight. We are featuring the awesome artist and the gift of Miss Erica Johnson, who is here tonight. This girl has some great background in the music. And again, her Cash App, she shared with us tonight. You simply go to Cash App, $ EricaJMusic. I'm encouraging everybody tonight to just sow a seed of love, man. Just let her know that we're supporting Erica. We're behind her, man. Her husband is here tonight to help to celebrate her music, her career. And they co-produce together. They've got EricaJMusic, and under the umbrella, they share Double E Productions. They're a great team. They're great people, and we're gonna dive in a little bit to them a little bit more. But we're excited to share tonight More Love, which is the current single, everybody. More Love. And also on Memorial Day, she is going to be sharing with the world Just Want the Music. This is some good stuff. Hey, are y'all having a good time so far? Double E Productions?
Hey,
Yeah.
this is great, man. This is great.
Awesome. All right, so let's dive into you a little bit more tonight, Erica. You have a great background in music. It's not like you started doing music yesterday and you signed up for, America's Got Talent. You was discovered and you just started doing this. You went to Western Michigan University. You was one of the directors there. Tell us a little bit about your experience before getting to this place now in music. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Oh man. Yeah, I grew up in the church. Like many grew up in church, and grew up, singing in the choir, directing the church choir. Moved to once I got to college, I directed the gospel choir there. That's when I kind of started also traveling and singing background vocals with our local music. Our worship leader at my church was an artist, so I started traveling with him and singing background vocals.
Who happens to be?
Yeah.
Oh, Charles Laster.
Great.
Right, pastor now.
Yeah.
So I traveled with him, sang background vocals with him, and then after graduating from college is when I delved into starting to learn how to make my own music. So I started writing my own music and started collaborating with some local artists and producers, and actually started kind of honing in on my own production skills or engineering skills, where I started getting into Pro Tools. And at the time, you could call Guitar Center and like ask them for, advice, and they'll kind of help you out and tell you tips and stuff. And so did that. And then for a while, I moved to LA. This is fast forward some years, moved to LA.
Wow.
Just pursuing music, met a lot of people, and just the journey continued there. Did a lot of auditions, and while I was out there, I think Dietrich Haddon had just moved out there. He started a gospel choir out there, and I started singing in the choir out there, and I got to lead a song for the recording he did. The choir was called LXW.
Yeah.
So I got to lead a song in that recording, and that was an awesome experience. And so then after being out in LA for a few years, I came back home to Detroit. Me and my hubby got married.
Hey.
And the journey in music has continued. So I've 2 projects of my own that are already out. I have one project that I did years ago. My first project is called Reach for Your Dreams. That was 2006, I believe. And then the follow-up to that was a EP.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was my
Reach for Your Dreams.
Right. Man,
Okay.
Continue. We'll get to that in a minute.
So that one was self-produced, everything. That was like my first venture of music production. It wasn't by choice.
Right.
I just it's just what happens when you get pushed to, you just can't figure out what else to do. So it's just like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna do it. So so after that, I did Today was the EP that followed that, called Today. And so then I released a couple of singles, and now here we are.
Wow.
So
this is good. If you don't mind, Erica, because what I love about music is, and you can help me and agree with me on this or not. And same with you, Emanuel, as producers, as engineers, both in your own rights. Both of you, Emanuel had G-Woo, so Emanuel was traveling and singing with his group, and and I remember those earlier stages for all of us where we just kind of had to figure it out by ourselves. You know what I mean? We was looking to pull on the people and get advice and be a part of groups, but man, there was a time where we just had to do it for ourselves. And now here you guys are married, you're joined together, now you've got multiple records you've done. And when I look back at those kind of stories, man, I'm grateful to God, that you didn't quit, you didn't give up, it wasn't finished when somebody said, hey, I'm gonna make you great, I'm gonna help you do this, and E, I'm gonna show you some chords, I'm gonna show you some production stuff, and and E, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And you look up, and from Reach from Your Dreams up till now with you doing More Love, that's a beautiful story unfolding, and just kind of tell us a little bit, why is it so important to know your value while you do what you do? Let's start off with you, Erica. Obviously, you're the featured artist tonight, and it's good to know that like I said, you didn't start doing this yesterday,
Right.
Why is it so important now, Erica? What's the difference between Erica then, who started, and now this one who's pursuing? What does that look like, and why is it so important?
Why is it important to know your value? I think because you have to know who you are within yourself, and I think that happens over time. I think that how we were talking about that journey through life, those bumps in the road, those roadblocks, those are all the things that kind of shape you and make you into who you are. And so, yeah, it's important to have that, you have to have that, it's important to have that foundation. So you have something to stand on so that you don't give up. And so, knowing who you are, knowing whose you are, who you belong to, and being able to tap into that through your journey. I don't know if that answered that.
That's good. That's good. Emanuel, did you want to add anything to that? The importance of knowing your value.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, I think you made a very good point when I really started to branch out, and start my own aggregation and start recording my own songs and doing my own concerts and events and things like that. Right. It was something that I knew that the Lord pressed upon me to do. I knew it was part of my purpose. Although, like, especially when I first started recording, I had no idea what I was doing. You know what I mean? But it was a faith walk. You know what I mean? I knew I'd been purposed for it, and I knew that God would make provision and open the right doors and connect me with the right people. And He did just that. And and so it's all about knowing your purpose and just walking it out, man. Like you said, when we all first began, we had no clue what we were doing. Yeah. We did it afraid, we did it, still figuring it out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's real, man.
But we're here, you know what I mean? And we've accomplished some great things over the years, and so God has been faithful, man.
Amen.
I don't want to. I want to be real because I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to give up, and I have given up with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not always roses. It's not always easy. Right. Because it is discouraging, and that's one key word that it's starting. I keep hearing myself use that word, and it pricks something within me because I think that other people deal with discouragement as well. Because you do. It's like when you see something that you see for yourself, you have a vision, you have a place that you want to attain to, and you constantly are hitting roadblocks, or you constantly having doors closing your face, or you can't get the help that you need. It's discouraging, and you do want to quit, and you do want to give up. And there have been times in my life where I did want to give up. And I'm not saying it like I've arrived, because I haven't, but but I do want to just be honest and real and say that sometimes you do get discouraged and you want to give up. But if you just keep putting one foot in front of you might get depressed, you might get discouraged, but if you just at least just keep trying. Just keep trying. Right. Don't stop trying. Just keep trying.
That's good.
And sometimes all you need to do is show up.
Wow.
Show up. Maybe you don't have it in you to write anything. Maybe you don't have it in you to get that song out, or whatever it is. But if you just show up every day.
Wow.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's good. Is it Evangelist Erica and Pastor Emanuel now? I mean, because y'all, I feel like sending tithes now. I mean, man, that's right.
Man.
Cause like you see people online, you see people on social media, and you be like, dang, I wish I had what they got. Dang, I wish I was what they are. You don't know people's story.
Right.
You don't know.
You don't know my story.
You don't know what they dealing with.
You know the story behind this glory.
You don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't know if you really want what they got.
Right.
You don't know that.
That's right.
Oh,
you don't know. And so, I mean, it can be, sometimes you be thinking that you want certain things, and it's like, no, you don't want that. Yeah. You want what God has for you.
My God. Yes, ma'am.
You want what He has for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, and He has amazing things in store for you with your name on it.
That's good.
So sometimes we forget that, because I mean, social media is everything now.
Right.
It's everything.
So, that's real. Yeah. Erica, how do you balance being an indie artist, being an engineer, being a wife, and still manage life? How do you do that?
And a mother.
And deal with that. And big shout out, if y'all want to give shout out now to baby or babies, or more babies that's to come, or babies that are still being born and being worked on, or being cooked of it, or whoever. Okay,
Go on.
okay.
Let's see what the Lord, see what the Lord said.
Okay, I got a clown with you. I just figured, we saved, so it's like we if you gotta cook something, cook it. You know what I'm saying? But okay, yeah. How do you balance that? Yes, in addition to that, a mother. How do you do that?
Having an amazing husband and
Wow.
waiting for the one for me.
Wow.
Having the one for me. And thankfully he's supportive.
Yeah.
He doesn't give me a hard time. Having an amazing partner has
Wow.
been just the biggest blessing to me in my life. So I've heard people say, like, how do you balance it all? Well, I don't know that there's really a balance, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know that really exists. I think you just kind of, like we were saying, just kind of keep putting one foot in front of the other and just trying your best every day.
Figure it out as you go.
Figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to have to-do lists, and as best as I can, to-do lists are that's one pointer I think I would give is try to do to-do lists. I have a little notebook, like the little tiny little notebook that I keep, and I put little to-do lists in there to keep me, so it's so many things to remember that I can't hold it all in my head. So having to-do lists, it helps me tremendously.
Yeah.
So I have one on my phone and I have one notebook that I use. So that helps me. And I check things off that I get done, and then the stuff that doesn't get done, it stays unchecked. But yeah, I would say definitely having an amazing support system. My husband and our parents,
families,
our families,
absolutely,
has been super helpful for us.
Yeah.
Like even right now, our little one is with his grandmother right now. So if he was
Wow.
here right now, you would know that he was here.
We would know it. Right.
So, yeah.
Wow. That is so awesome, man. Again, you guys, before we wrap it up, we are here tonight live with the incomparable, man, Erica Johnson. Her Cash App is EricaJMusic. As a matter of fact, let me do this right now. I want to pin that on the screen. $ Erica J Music. I need everybody to go out there right now and sow a seed. Just sow a seed and let her know, man, that we're here to encourage her. We're here to embrace her music, her sound. I think your sound, Erica, is ready for the world, sis. I think the fact that you are serving your music and your ministry to the world, that you have no better person in your life than, as you just mentioned, your own husband, who is musically inclined, who supports you. And I've seen Emanuel for the years, and I can honestly say about Emanuel, like just looking from a distance up until now, he's never changed. He's been the same guy right now, if not more than he was before. And Emanuel, I've never heard any foolishness about Emanuel. I've never heard him, him crossing anybody wrong. Everybody got their own testimonies. Okay. So I'm not throwing shade on anybody, but I've always seen Emanuel consistent, man. And I appreciate you, Emanuel, for being an integral guy and for managing your household, for loving your wife. You faithful to your wife, man. Thank you, dude, for being a real man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. And Erica, thank you for being a trophy of a wife, man, and supporting your husband and trusting him to do your music. I can imagine, some people, I've heard them do music together, y'all, and they mad from a session. They sleeping in separate beds now. It's what happened?
It's like I can say that.
Yeah, I can say it all day. It's kind of like, oh no, we don't want to get that far into it, but but it's a blessing that you guys are able to discipline yourself. When it's time to do music, do music. When it's time to be husband and wife, be husband and wife. And by you being a young couple, man, speak to us a little bit about that. We're going to move fast. We got a couple more questions and we're going to get out of here for the night, guys. We don't hold you long because I know you got to get low, man. So speak to young. We're not even talking music right now. We're not even talking ministry. Talk to young married couples, man, because this is a different generation. Faithfulness is a question mark and not a period. commitment, communication now. It's a dash instead of an exclamation mark. And I always tell people, you know, it's crazy how our forefathers and mothers, they had nothing, yet they had everything. We have everything, and yet we don't have nothing. We get mad because you leave the toilet seat up, or you left your clothes out, and I'm about to write you a bill of divorcement. Like, we can divorce about stupid stuff now. And like Erica said, we just want the music. And there's so many other elements right now. Talk to young married couples. What keeps you coming back to each other every day? And what should other married couples look forward to every day when they say I do?
I just want to start with like communication. Okay, so when people say communication, I always, before I got married and people said that, I didn't really understand what that meant. And even now people say communication and it's just like, okay, but what does that even mean?
Got you.
But I would say that's probably the most important thing, because and when I say communication, I don't mean just like, you know, chit chat. I mean like asking uncomfortable questions.
Uncovering,
Asking questions about things that you probably don't really want to know the answer to, really, but you need to ask. That's what communication means. When people say communication, it's not just like, oh, let's have a chat. No, communication means asking questions. That means talking when you might be a little upset. Not when you're angry, but like you might be a little upset about something. That's not the time to bottle up and say, I don't want to talk about this.
That's good.
Or I can't let him into this part of me. Like in marriage, like asking uncomfortable questions is not an option. Like you have to do it.
That's good.
And so, but despite what you think they might say, or what you think they might not say, like it really doesn't matter. Like you have to talk and ask questions and talk until you're clear.
That's good.
If you still have something there that's nagging at you, like don't let it continue to nag at you. Like you have to communicate that to your partner. Like, hey, something is still bothering me. Like, you have to talk through things. So that's probably the most important thing. I don't know. What do you think is the most important thing?
I'll break it down because I'm gonna make it quick. But marriage takes honesty, trust, respect, communication,
yes, sir,
and love. Oh, and forgiveness. You have to forgive a lot. You can't hang on to, anger and bitterness. You have to learn how to forgive and forgive quickly. You know what I mean? And that's and that's really it. We can obviously break down all those, but those are the vocal points.
This is good. This is good. We're moving this conversation. This is so good. Again, guys, we're live with Erica Johnson. And Erica, give us some final thoughts as far as your production. You mentioned Pro Tools, you mentioned some of the instruments that you play. Why is it so important to have a good sound? How important is sound to you?
It's important, I think, to me. That's a deep question. I think I would just say it's important because it's a part of your voice as an artist.
Wow.
So, sound is important because it amplifies what it is that you want to present to the world. And so whatever that is for you, I think it's important to present something that is your best.
Yes.
So whatever your message is, whatever song it is, I think it's important to present your best sound and let it be, the best presentation that you can present, so that it comes across clearly, and so that people can hear what you're trying to communicate in your message.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Two more final questions. What is it that you want people to walk away from after they hear your records, Erica? After they hear More Love, after they hear I Just Want the Music, when they hear the record that's coming out at the end of the summer, your sound over the years has developed, and I have to commend you. I want to take the time to tell you I'm proud of you, sis. I'm proud of you too, Manuel. Both of you, actually, both of you. I've listened to your music and your work. I've taken the time to listen to your music. Both of you have developed. I've heard past and present stuff. You both have developed. So I personally want to take my hat off to say cheers to you. Bless y'all. It's great stuff. It sounds great. But what is the biggest thing you want people to know about you when they hear your music, Erica?
The biggest thing I want people to know about me when I hear my music is my heart is to communicate love,
Mhm.
inspiration,
Yeah.
and hope.
Wow.
That's my heart.
Wow.
Is that people walk away feeling a little bit more hope than they had before.
Love, inspiration, excuse me, and hope. This is good. Okay, I'm typing. I'm getting half words. Okay, I'm sorry. Love, inspiration, and hope. This is really, really good. Um, what about you, Emmanuel? While we're there, you're a producer as well. You're a writer. What is it that you want people to hear when they hear Double E Productions, or when they hear G music coming from GU Music? What do you guys inspire to
Just something that pricks their hearts, something um, that ministers to them, that something that they can lean on for, um, as Eric already said, hope and inspiration and love. Finding connecting to you know the melodies, connecting to the music, experiencing healing, through
yeah,
the music, through the harmonies, through the
yeah,
lyrics. That's very important. Just feeling that atmosphere of what was birthed when those songs were produced, and written, and so that's really our greatest desire, that people really experience the healing that music offers.
wow, this is good stuff, man. Y'all heard it live again. Thank you guys so much. Erica Johnson, our featured artist tonight. Erica, your music is amazing. It's great. Matter of fact, before we leave here tonight, those who just joined us, we're going to give an opportunity to play your song one more time, and we're going to get out of here with closing remarks. I think tonight was amazing. I think the both of you have shared a lot of great insight on just who you are, what you believe in, what you want people to hear when they hear your music, and then just knowing your heart behind your songs. I'm really excited about both of your careers in this music industry that we call, and I'm really excited to see how far you guys go because of your sincerity, because of your sound, and because of your spirit. So, oh, that's a song. Your sound, spirit, yeah, all
Yes,
of that.
sir.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
whatever else I said. All right. So, with that being said, and just here a second, we're going to prepare the screen again to listen to the song one more time because I think it's a great song. I think everybody needs to prepare their hearts to hear it. You guys, please stand by again for the song that is entitled "More Love." We'll be right back, guys, with closing remarks in just a moment.
Some stuff happened, I'm afraid to say. Can't believe the world today. How can this be? Land of the free, home of the free. It's hard to tell real from the fake. When some folks lie with a straight face, how can we tell right from the wrong? change. Everybody all over the world, everything for me, boy and girl. We all need love. Giving you, yes, me too. We all need love. Yeah. Let's stop hurting. Let's start helping. Let's stop killing. Let's start healing. We need take a stand. Everybody hate. Be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody hate. Be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody hate. Be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody hate. Be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody hate. Be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody hate. Be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Everybody hate. Be good to your family. Maybe we can start again. Come on, take a stand. Stand up. Come on, my sisters and my brothers. Stand up. We got to love one another. Stand up. Come on, my sisters and my brothers. Stand up. We got to love one another. Stand up. Stand up.
Man. I can hear that song again and again and again. All so many parts of that song was blessed. Any final shout outs, final thoughts, you guys, that you would give all major or independent artists, man, that's out there that's just trying to do this thing called music? If you want to give a big shout out, or any of your influences that some of you mentioned some of them already tonight, but if there's anybody else you want to give a shout out to, management, or anybody who supported you, your pastors, is there a shout out you want to give tonight before we close out tonight's discussion?
Well, to our families, Most importantly, that holds us down. Our parents,
Yeah.
who are just amazing. We've just been blessed with some of the most amazing parents, and so we appreciate them. And just our friends, our loved ones. And
I would say the same. Our friends and loved ones, and all of the people that have supported our music and supported us over the years. We're super thankful to them.
Awesome, awesome. Great job again. Again, you guys, we're here tonight live with Erica Johnson. You need to go download. Listen, don't be cheap. Don't do the ghetto thing, man. Don't try to rip the music. Go out there and download on all the streams, on all the media platforms. More love. Because not much far after that, you guys are going to enjoy the music. And after Memorial Day, get ready to download another song, another single called Just Want the Music. This girl is moving. She's shaking. She's baking. And we're so proud of you, Erica. Thank you again for your time tonight, ma'am. You got great music. I'm so excited to support you to the top. Big shout out to you, Emanuel. Thank you, man, for being an awesome husband and business partner to your wife, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, my pleasure indeed. With that being said, tonight, you guys, we are done here tonight. Monday music. Stay tuned, guys, as we coming back every week with more good music for you to enjoy, to download, and to support. God bless you. Again, we were live tonight with Erica Johnson. Don't forget to go Cash App, go download her music, and continue to look for more music coming from the life, the ministry of Erica Johnson. Love you guys, and God bless you.